It'll be Sanders to begin the drive. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. That's a gain of 13 and a very solid opening play for this offense. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give them the yardage that they needed, but they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
Right back to Sanders on first down. And he'll muscle his way up to the 43 for a pickup of right around 5. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Off the play fake, here's Hurts. Flushed out right. He'll wind up getting 4 there on his own, but it will leave him now with a 3rd down situation. They'll try and run for it with Sanders. And he's got enough for the first across midfield to the 48. They're able to convert with a gain of 4. The Eagles at 5-1 here in this early part of the season. They're in a real groove of late. Winners of 5 of their last 6.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
Smith, the man in motion left. On 1st and 10, it's Sanders. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. They'll fake the give to Sanders, and now Hurts. Looking here for Smith downfield. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. And the Ravens are going to get possession here as they force the opening drive turnover.
Well, they certainly took a shot to open this game. I know it backfired with the interception, but no lack of bravado from that sideline at all. And look, they told us before the ball game, they wanted to be a little more dangerous on offense. They wanted to take a few more chances. That opening pass certainly set a tone. Maybe a turnover, but I don't think it'll stop them from trying again the rest of this game.
Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at the 33-yard line. They'll try and start this drive in the air. That's taken in by Duvernay. Only able to gain a couple there, and it's 2nd down. Now, this defense for the Eagles, they were very strong last week in that win over Cleveland.
And every defensive team that we talk to, they spend a lot of time talking about creating turnovers. And anytime you get 2 or more in a game, you've had a really good performance. They exceeded that number in a huge way. They got the football back 4 times in the win.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Jackson. Right back to Duvernay. That's complete. And they're going to get this up to midfield. So we just called his name on the previous snap, and they go right back to him, Charles, for a 2nd consecutive completion.
Yeah, I think what we're discovering on this drive is that he feels like he has answers no matter what defense you throw up there. He reads it, finds the open spot, and is available for the completion.
Now the first carry for Darrington Evans. They find some open field here. And a pretty athletic run right there as he's going to get this down inside the 40. So that time they get the tight end on the hold.
Normally he's a pretty good run blocker, but this time he just didn't get his arms extended and let go quickly enough. The flag came out as a result.
To throw is Jackson. That's into the hands of Akers, complete. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. A really good pickup of 28 yards.
That's going to be a good matchup for him. Using him out of the backfield and telling those linebackers, hey, you're not only going to have to try and run with him, but you're going to have to try and tackle him in the open field.
So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 down at the 31. Jackson. He's got his man. It's Andrews. And they'll work this down inside the 30. They forget about the run to set up the pass. They're just coming out throwing.
Forget trying to set anything up. They feel like they have the advantage. They feel like they have the matchups, and they're just attacking right now.
Yep, going to the air on the opening drive. Well, they'll run it here on the jet sweep. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8. That last play, backwards a yard. They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down. On 3rd down, Jackson. Open man is Bateman. It's complete. And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 15-yard line. They give him 14 yards that time and a fresh set of downs. Now the first carry for Cam Akers. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
Someone's looking fresh, and his O-line is definitely licking their chops. Everyone likes to run block. If you're an offensive lineman, nice early burst, nice gain, too.
On 2nd down, a run with Evans. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Darrynton Evans with his 4th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Ravens take the early turnover and convert it into an opening touchdown.
The losing streak had taken on a life of its own, and I think it infiltrates a team when you're on that much of a slide. But this group has managed to focus, come out early, and put a touchdown on the board. They look like they mean business in this one.
They do now. The key, holding on to that attitude because, man, that streak has been a struggle for them. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And the interception on that opening drive winds up leading to the touchdown, so now it's kind of time to start over.
Yeah, it certainly is, and his first throw of the game. But I like the way his guys rallied around him. Oftentimes, the quarterback is the leader, right? He tells everyone what to do. In this case, I noticed his linemen around him kind of patting him, saying, let's go.
Come on. Hey. Go check. Riggs.
In motion comes the tight end left.
Hey, smash Bronco. Go.
On the counter now, it's Sanders. And a pretty good burst there as he'll get this across midfield and down to the 46. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. They go play action with Hurts. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Nice progress down the field, was halted by that incompletion. They could try for some safe yards here to get things moving again, or keep throwing it and pushing it downfield to try and pick up bigger yardage.
Lightning, 18. Hey, check that street. Ready?
Man open left side is Brown. And he's got this down to the 35.
Okay, ready?
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Hurts a handoff to Sanders. And he'll be taken down at the 34. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Play action. Here's Hurts. That'll be caught. It's Isabella. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come back and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
A quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete.
The defender certainly didn't forget about him leaking out of the backfield. There was a guy ready and waiting to pick him up in coverage, and that throw had no shot.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
Back to 60, back to 60. Check mash.
They go back to the ground with Sanders. And they'll work this down to the 15 for a pickup of 4.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Go, Reed, go!
Throwing is Hurts. They'll roll him out right. Oh, this will be incomplete. The rush gets home just as he was letting that go. That could have been worse. Instead, it's 4th down. The kick by Elliott is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
And as the offense begins another drive here, pretty simple, Charles. They want to carbon copy what happened the last time out when they ended their drive in the end zone.
You're right about that, partner. Sounds pretty simple, doesn't it? Just score again, but we know it's not that simple because we don't just make adjustments at halftime if you're a good football team. You spend that time on the sideline, you study what's on the notes and the tablets, and you make those adjustments, prevent a repeat of the last drive. Series to series, the best teams, that's how they get it done.
And we'll find out here soon enough whether those adjustments are enough defensively.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Here's Jackson. He's got a man complete. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Robbie Anderson, his 3rd touchdown now on the year, as his guys are able to extend their lead.
For as big and strong as some of these guys are, especially when you see them in full pads, it is sometimes hard to appreciate how truly fast they can move. That was incredible.
Well, in this league where coordinators worry so much about drawing up the right routes, blocking assignments, misdirections and stuff, they have these precise arrows and movements. Sometimes the best plays just come from the schoolyard where you look at your fastest guy and say, go long, go get it, big man.
Now a hit and a loose football. And it's picked up by the Ravens. And great field position coming up in the red zone at the 17-yard line.
So problems compounding themselves here on the return. They just give up the touchdown, and now they lose the football.
Yeah, partner, things are starting to unravel a little bit for them right in front of our eyes. They're going to be looking for some answers, and quickly.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10.
A little jet sweep to start the drive. And they'll lose yardage here. Knocked back to the 19-yard line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Here's Jackson to throw.
That's out to the flat for Akers. And he'll be marked down right at the 15-yard line.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get it out to your running back, and it can turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly.
And that'll be taken in by Andrews for a Ravens touchdown. A great effort there. His first touchdown on the year, as his guys are able to push that lead out a bit further. Now Tucker to add the PAT. And it's 21-3.
Makes the score Ravens 21, Eagles 3. Justin Tucker in the kickoff for Baltimore.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
Taking it about the 1. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further.
At their their own 20-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And this, let's face it, an important drive if they're going to get back into this ballgame.
Think about going into the locker room down 21-10 as opposed to 21-3. 21-10, a little more optimism, a little more bounce around the locker room, a little more discussion about how they're going to finish this thing off. 21-3, I think discouragement clouds that locker room.
Yeah, and I think a touchdown much bigger than a field goal on this drive just to get into the end zone and get that momentum. On first down, Hurts. Looking sideline, incomplete.
Right up to that point, I was about to say he's had a pretty good half catching the football, but let's just be honest about it. He should have caught that one.
And he knows that. That was one right in his breadbasket and one he normally catches.
Let's go now.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
19 right.
Hurts. Open man, that's Devontae Smith. And he's brought down. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts. Throw right side, caught by Goddard, the tight end. And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line.
70 range, step back 60. And Keys, high in. Street.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Hurts. And that's complete to Sanders. And he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30. They'll throw on first down with Hurts. And he slings one that's incomplete.
Well, a momentary speed bump there with that throw, partner. The defense had other ideas, and they're trying to mount a small stand before this drive reaches the end zone.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Hurts. And now a fumble. The ball's out. And fortunately, he's able to get this one back, so it is a first down. And now, as with every potential turnover, they're going to take a second look at this just to make sure. So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble.
65 Mustang 19.
On 1st and 10, it's Hurts. He's going to drop this down to Sanders. Touchdown! Miles Sanders, a 14-yard touchdown. And the Eagles get a late score here in the final minute of the first half. And his kick is good, but flags come in. Looks like we're going to get a roughing call here on the follow-through. And they'll accept that penalty. After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And nowhere to go. He only makes it to the 5.
Well, not exactly a banner return, so he doesn't give his offense a whole lot of room to work with. They've got to go a long way now to try and score some points. I do know this from experience. There will be a few comments muttered his way by the offense as they head out on the field.
Jackson on first down, eluding the pressure right. That's for Bateman, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Hassan Reddick. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Eagles defense gets a pick-6 TD. Elliott good on the extra point, and it's now 21-17. The lead cut to just 4 as they kick it away and turn things over to their D. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out.
He's got a man, complete. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half.
First down.
So that changes things a bit. Here's a 1st and 10 all the way down at the 35. Now Jackson. That is caught. Rashad Bateman. Now another timeout called for by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. Jackson. And he'll just get rid of it.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. And you see the clock almost empty, so this is likely the last play in the second quarter. Now it's Jackson.
All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted.
Chauncey Gardner-Johnson with a pick.
And the Eagles are going to have the football here at their own 18-yard line.
Well, I would guess that combined, if you spoke to both defenses, neither side has a lot to celebrate today. They haven't had a lot of stops, but that one right there, that's a big one because they stole points away with that play. And just as importantly, picked up a key stop on an offense that's been really impressive here in the early going.
So we've reached halftime here in a 4-point game. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gunn, getting set for quarter number 3 here. Both these offenses have been in fine form. What will the second half bring us as we are underway in quarter 3?
This one fielded at the 5. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
As this offense takes the field to begin the opening drive of the second half, Charles, remember that first half, good through the air and really all around an outstanding offensive performance.
Absolutely. They reached the end zone several times. The passing game working awfully well, and most importantly, partner.
Yeah, they went to the tunnel with a lead. They come back out with that lead.
Absolutely. NFL coaches, we know they're perfections in a lot of ways, but they had to like what they saw in that first half.
On 2nd and 9, Jackson dancing to his left.
Open man is Duvernay.
It'll be a gain of 5, and it's 3rd and 4 now.
And, Charles, you wonder about this defense coming in. I mean, look, it's no secret they're playing a team that's down on its luck right now. Losers of 5 straight. How does that change how you prepare for a game?
Well, to me, the first thought is you just get after them early, right? Take away any chance of them building any confidence. But the second thing is you prepare a little bit differently. You've got to expect this team to take chances, go for it on 3rd and 4th downs, run a lot of trick plays, anything to try and break their losing streak. So you must stay alert and stay aware.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
They'll go with Akers here up the middle.
It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets them to 2nd and 4.
Well, I think after that run, the defense getting back in the huddle and looking at each other and maybe starting to question their confidence a bit. They gave up a significant run, 6 yards, and now you're saying to yourself, how do we stop them, and do I have enough confidence to make a play?
From the 39, Jackson.
A quick throw knocked away and incomplete.
Not his best throw there, but where we sit right now in the 3rd quarter, he's had a pretty good game throwing the football.
He certainly has, and it's not exactly at the point where we're doing 4-minute offense yet, but they've got to think about, I'm not going to say milking the clock, but understanding clock management here on out.
Jackson now. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. A big play there on the catch and run. And it's going to yield a new set of downs. So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 34. And he is going to lose yardage here. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. Now it's Jackson.
He'll dump this off to Akers.
And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. 9th play of the drive coming up, and certainly not an easy one on 3rd and long. To throw is Jackson. He wants it all for the end zone. And this is caught. Touchdown, Baltimore.
Rashad Bateman,
35 yards. And they are able to add on to their advantage. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and that pushes the lead up to 11.
Eagles, 17.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go.
They make their second half debut here, and things are looking a little bit tougher now. You give up the points there, Charles, that touchdown drive on the other side. So now it's a 2-score game here. Got to be careful.
They certainly do, and I'm just wondering at halftime if those guys just looked into each other's eyes and realized what they've got to get done and come out a little bit more charged up, because if they don't get some kind of points here, that next drive, that could make this a 3-possession game.
Off the play fake, here's Hurts.
Flush to his right. His throw incomplete.
Well, you know me, whether you need it or not, I'm going to give a little unsolicited advice. Just throw it downfield out of the pocket, only if you're absolutely sure. Otherwise, use your running ability and try and get those yards a safer way.
Cut 19! Cut 19! 6 is average! 6, check!
Hurts sets up to throw it.
And he's got his man. It's the tight end, Goddard.
And he is going to have an Eagles first down as he's able to get 8 yards there on 3rd and 5. They go play action with Hurts. That's into a crowd and intercepted. Picked off by Roquan Smith. And the Ravens are going to take possession of the football. A few things better than a big man interception. You can always tell right when they get the football, there's that level of excitement and nervousness, and also like, what the heck do I do with this thing?
And you say, no better sight? Well, not for the quarterback who just throw it. It's bad enough to throw a pick, but throw one to the big guy? But you're right about that. Now what do I do with it? But what's fun about it is, you know they're going to be in the film room after this ball game, tell all their teammates, maybe I should shift over to offense. I've got skills. What do you think?
Oh, absolutely. I always find myself cheering for them after they intercept it. Unfortunately here, he couldn't make it into the end zone.
They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold. Throwing is Jackson. He's got Anderson right side. 17 yards on the pickup. And he'll be faced with a 3rd and inches. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you're talking about a 300-yard pass.
And in for the Ravens touchdown. Mark Andrews with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game.
And the Ravens will add on to their lead here in the final minute of the 3rd.
In order to lead in a game, you're going to get plenty of contributors, but that's his 2nd touchdown catch of this game. He's one of the key guys in this one.
And you better believe he'll be looking for the hat trick here as this one continues to go. Tucker with the extra point, and the lead is up to 18 now. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive.
I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
And he goes out right around the 39.
Hurts finding Goddard there. First down, Philadelphia. Play action. Here's Hurts.
And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. William Jackson with a pick.
Well, still down quite a bit here, several scores, but yeah, at least that's a start, Charles, getting the interception here. And look, we're still in the 3rd quarter, so this thing not done yet.
You're right about that, Brandon. This defense, they haven't quit on this game. They stayed with it and got an interception and handed the ball back to their offense. And what you wonder about is it...
And this is caught. Touchdown.
Devin Duvernay,
49 yards.
and the Ravens are able to extend their lead in the final seconds of this 3rd quarter. So they're able to capitalize there on the short field, and that might prove to be the score that turns out the lights.
The party's over. Oh, sorry about that. That's an old reference there, folks. But, yeah, they've been the better of the 2 teams by far, and that's great complimentary football right there. Defense gets the turnover.
Here's Tucker now out to kick this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25.
Okay, break.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go.
And their 4-game win streak very much in jeopardy as they go to work here late with the first.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. William Jackson with a pick.
And the